Hello everybody, welcome to this lesson, quite a challenging one, looking at multiplication word problems. That means like times table word problems. Now I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can solve these and hopefully get your ideas. It's a bit rubbish, this remote learning thing, because usually if we were in class I'd say, right, what do you think? We get lots of ideas and then we put strategies together. Whereas this is, I'm just having to explain how to do it, but I'm going to try and make it a wee bit more interactive. Okay. Now, before we look at multiplication word problems, we need to know our times tables. And we've been looking at our 2, 3, 4, and 5 times tables. I've seen some great work. So I'd like you to pause the video and give this multiplication grid a go. Now, just if you need a wee reminder about how a multiplication grid works, if we're looking at, I don't know, there's numbers around the side, and where those numbers meet on the grid, you write the answer. So for example, 5 times 9 would be 45. And can you see that's where 5 and 9 meet? They kind of meet like that, 5 and 9. So pause the video, give it a go. I've even given you one answer. Definitely paused it. Definitely giving it a go. Because I'm about to show you the answers. Okay, here we go, the solutions. There you go. How did you get on with that? Okay, I'll give you a wee bit of time. You can pause it again. Mark your grid. How did you get on? If you got 6 or more correct, I think we crack on. Keep watching this lesson and we'll move along. If you got a little bit less than 6, it might be an idea. You might want to keep this lesson for Friday or next week or whatever. Okay, I'll still be in the classroom and maybe work a wee bit more on your times tables, whatever one you got wrong. It might be the 4 times table because we just started that. That being said, if you want to give this lesson a go, go for it. Okay, absolutely fine with me, regardless of how you did. Absolutely fine. It's up to you. I'm just giving suggestions for what might be best way to spend your time at home. Okay, ready? Right, let's move on. A word problem then. The thing is, like, in life, like in jobs, or when you're at the shops, or when you're out with your mates or that, people don't just come up to you and go, what's 4 times 3? No, these math problems present themselves in real world situations. I've got one here. Okay, it's with Wilmer, my puppet, but still. Wilmer has 4 friends. He gives each friend 3 sweets. How many sweets does he hand out altogether? Now that's a real world problem, something you actually need to figure out. How many sweets did you give me again? How many sweets did I owe you after you get? These are things that you need to figure out. So how do we go about solving one of these problems? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to identify the amounts. Okay, so I'm looking. Wilmer has 4 friends and he gives each friend 3 sweets. So he's got 4 friends. What I can do is I can draw that. 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. And now he gives each friend 3 sweets. So I could draw in each friend 3 sweets. They get 3 sweets. They get 3 sweets. They get 3 sweets. And they get 3 sweets. So the question is, how many sweets does he hand out altogether? How do we find that answer? You're right, we count up all the sweets, don't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gave out 12 sweets. And it's a multiplication word problem because if you didn't already know, it's 4 times 3 is the multiplication problem. 4 friends, 3 sweets each. How many altogether? 4 times 3. Now that's one way you could do this. I prefer this way. It uses arrays. Okay, right, okay, so here is a different way to do it. Danielle picks up 3 bits of rubbish. She does this every day for a week. How much rubbish does she pick up altogether? So we need to think, okay, identify the numbers in this problem first. Danielle picks up 3 bits of rubbish. She does this every day for a week. How many days in a week? 7. So our numbers are 3 and 7. Right. How much rubbish does she pick up altogether? Right. Well, we need to think then. 7 days in a week. I need to draw my containers for this. I like to draw them all straight, actually. That's my preferred way of doing it, like this. So 7 containers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She picks up 3 bits of rubbish every day. So 3 bits on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 3 on Sunday too. Can you see how that looks a little bit like an array? It does look like an array. Now we can figure out the answer by counting up all the dots all together. Now we put the numbers in the containers. We've got 21. If you didn't already know, the sum was 3 times 7. The calculation, was 3 times 7 equals 21. But just quickly look, it's an array, isn't it? I've done 3 by 7. 3 by 7. It's a good way to take on these problems. Okay, so I've got 2 word problems for you here to have a go at. What I'll do is I'll read them out, then you can pause the video and give them a go. Okay. Problem number 1. Mr. Minchin has 4 pupils in a maths group. He gives each pupil 2 pencils. How many pencils does he hand out altogether? So that's problem number 1. And problem number 2 is Laura puts £3 in a jar every day. How much money will she have after 3 days? So draw these problems out. Definitely when we're getting started, get them drawn. Okay, use the strategies, one or the other. Pause the video, give it a go. This is my pause dance, okay? Gives you time in case you can't hit it to pause to give it a go. Right, definitely done it. Definitely give it a go. Here we go. Let's look at some solutions then. Mr. Minchin has 4 pupils in the maths group. He gives each pupil 2 pencils. How many altogether? Right, well, we have to identify the numbers first, 2 and 4. Then I'm thinking 4 pupils, 4 containers. Each person gets 2 pencils. So altogether 8. If you look at that there, can you see I identified the numbers were 2 and 4. So I had 4 containers, drew 2 in each. Then I end up with an array, 2 by 4. There, 2 times 4. For the second problem, 3 containers and £3 in each container. Gives me 3 times 3 equals £9 altogether after 3 days. And can you see that, again, I've drawn it. It looks a bit like an array, doesn't it? Well, it is an array. 3 by 3, using that strategy there. So I've got 3 more word problems for you to give a go, and I'd love you to try. Post your work on Teams so I can give you some feedback here. Now, success criteria-wise, when you look at a word problem, you need to identify the numbers in the problem. Then you can draw your containers, whether you do it circles or boxes, whatever way, fine by me. Then you draw in the individual amounts, and you can count up how many altogether. Now, I think it's a good idea to, let me just quickly get my whiteboard and pen. When you're drawing it, to draw containers, for example, if it was 5 containers, yep, 5 containers there, like that. And then if I had, I don't know, everybody was getting 6 sweets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I think it's quite good to draw it. Can you see that a bit closer? Draw it that way, because then you can look at it as an array. But if you want to do, I don't know, 3 big circles like that, and everybody gets 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's fine. That's fine with me if you want to do it that way and then count it up. No bother at all, okay? I just think it's a good idea to do it as an array. So, can't wait to see how you get on with those problems there. There's 3 of them. Maybe you can even try and create your own multiplication problem. That would be a good wee challenge at the end. Okay, good luck with it. If you post it on Teams, I'll be able to give you some feedback. And thanks for watching.